Looking for help with course design and installations? A new disc or other accessories for your game? Well, AusDiscs has a huge range of all disc golf equipment in stock. 5% of each sale goes back to support your local club through their rewards program. Also, did we mention they have next day shipping? Well, jump online and check out AusDiscs now at www.ausdiscs.com.au. For over 10 years, the Flying Disc Store has stocked Australia's largest range of flying disc products. From disc golf discs and bags to ultimate frisbees, throw and catch discs and dog discs, the Flying Disc Store has everything you need. As part of our support of the Tee-Off, the Flying Disc Store would like to provide Tee-Off listeners with 5% off any purchase in the store. Just use the code TEEOFF5 when checking out to get your discount. Visit www.flyingdiscstore.com.au today to grab a deal. And if you have any questions, be sure to contact their friendly staff. And welcome back to the Tee-Off, an Australian podcast about the awesome sport of disc golf. My name is Paddy Robinson. I'm here with Timmy Bowen. This is episode 87, I believe, Timmy. We snuck a couple in around Worlds, so 87 now. Getting a bit closer to that 3 digis.
We'll get there one day, mate.
Yeah.
Depends how many messages Tez sends us to record an episode.
2 years? Another 2 years?
Yeah, maybe 2.
Maybe 3? Yeah.
You going to have any more kids?
I just want to...
might blow it out a bit more.
Maybe we should just finish it at 99 and then just piss everyone off.
99 not out? That sounds good to me.
Anyway, we've got a little bit on this episode. We've got Andy Simpson who's going to call in. He's telling us a little bit about his experience at Worlds, which should be pretty cool. Got a bit of the news and tournament recaps, and
There hasn't been much. There's been we've seen Ledgestone, but in Aussie stuff, there's only been the one. So
yeah, it just feels a little bit weird after Worlds, don't you reckon?
Mate, it felt like the end of the season. What do you reckon? So we're having Worlds middle of the year,
yeah,
and then we have like more events.
Yeah,
it feels a bit weird. Like as a viewer, I'm like, everything feels not as good as Worlds now.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to think if there's any other like kind of sports that do that. Like if there's it's like, I mean, I guess it's kind of like having the Olympics in the middle of something. Like, hey, there's all these sports going around and then there's the Olympics. Like, I mean, I don't know.
I'm kind of used to it being an Essendon fan because our season finished about 10 rounds ago.
Yeah.
So the last 10 rounds have just been like, you know, if I've got nothing on, I'll flick it on and watch it. But it's been a bit like that with disc golf. It's like we had Ledgestone, which was a pretty big event, but wasn't too interested because it wasn't Worlds.
I mean, I understand it's the nicest weather is in the middle of the year, but yeah, I don't know. It just feels odd. It feels odd.
Trash or cash?
Trash.
If Worlds is not the last event of the calendar, I feel like that's trash.
Yeah, would like to see it.
Remember when the Aussies, we had it as like the first event?
Yeah.
That was awkward.
Yeah, hated it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's the last event where it should be, or like roughly the last event where we sneak in Rudolph Riot and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then we break for the best weather.
No, that makes no sense. That makes no sense. I'm about to start playing disc golf
No one's
again.
getting it right. No one's getting it right. Anyway, there was the Ledgestone Open, which it took me a little bit to get back into. But yeah, it was still pretty exciting.
It was. We'll crack into that in a minute. And
one last recap. One last thing I want to bring up. With Worlds, Ella Hansen.
That's right.
The round, the round, we can call it now. The PDGA rating, they updated it. She was, I can't remember what they lowballed her, but it was like, I think it was in the 1050s, maybe high 1040s.
What did it get bumped up to?
It got bumped up to 10.6. 5.
Greatest round of all time.
The greatest round of all time, which is where it deserves to be, I think.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah. So congrats to Ella because that was next level. And I think everyone watching it was like, yep, this rating that came out was absolute trash. So, yeah, got the recognition that deserves. But time to get into some news.
What's news around the world, around Australia? What's news? What's happened and who's spoken?
All right, Timmy, let's have a look at Ledgestone. So I do like this course. It's a cool course. I like getting back to it. Eureka in Illinois. Director Nate Heinold or whatever his name is, he's worked pretty hard on it. So it is a bit of a staple of the Pro Tour. Gannon just looking pretty hot. I was pretty excited from Paul Macbeth. He was getting up there.
He was cooking.
And AB, he was
As is
pretty
always
close.
the case, Paul just seems to lack one round.
Yeah. And then Gannon just gets away with it with a casual 7 strokes in the end. So unreal. I mean, he's the world champ. He's the highest rated in the world for a reason. And yeah, he's just far above everyone else at the moment.
He's boring, mate. He's absolutely
boring?
He's boring. I was listening to it on the Ulti World, and they made a very good point. So when Macbeth was just shredding every tournament, people were glued to the screens. They were barracking for Paul Macbeth. They wanted him to win, but it's not the same case with Gannon.
Yeah.
We're bored of it, and I think we're all secretly hoping that Gannon sucks every now and then.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, like, it's just not even... Like, even when Paul was winning, it was like there were people who could challenge him. And you know that he... Like, I felt like he just had to earn it. I don't think Gannon's feeling pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's just walking in. He's like, yeah, just cruise through. I also am wondering if it's a little bit, like, of the courses. Like, you know, if we're going to... Like, what's it going to be like if you put him on, like, tight, wooded, where there's a little bit less... you know, yes, you have to hit your lines and that sort of stuff, but maybe like shit can go wrong, you know? But yeah, it is a little bit like he just cruises through.
Yeah. Can't explain it. I did hear, apparently Simon Lizotte said it feels like the whole Pro Tour is just waiting for Gannon to get a girlfriend. And then they'll peg him back to the field a little bit. Oh, that's so true.
That's very funny.
I did watch a little bit of the MPO though. I liked the look of Luke Taylor. Mate.
Yeah.
The spin putt.
Yes. I mean,
Like,
his
his spin putt's sick.
Yeah.
So good.
He was hitting some massive putts. I mean, I think he dropped off quite a bit in the end. Where did he end up coming to?
Fifth with Calvin. And just behind him, Silas Schultz, Chris Dickerson, Macbeth, and Marweed, who I believe shot lights out in the last round to sneak up a few spots.
Yeah, but there was a point there where he was maybe 1 or 2 strokes behind Gannon, and
and he's like,
yeah.
8 down through 10, just absolutely cruising. I want to move over to FPO though, because FPO was a much tighter affair, and we actually had a playoff. It was Valerie Mandahanu versus Owen Scoggins, and Val got the chocolates, mate.
Yeah,
I looked it up.
3 holes as well. Didn't just go to the 1 hole. As the 3 played out.
I think it was the same hole 3 times, which
trash.
I mean, why? Why did we still? They've made the mistake several times now. Mix it up, and for God's sakes, do an aggregate.
Yeah,
make it 3 holes aggregate, so I get to watch a bit more exciting disc golf. But anyway, she got the chocolates over Own, and mate, I looked it up. Her last Elite Series win was at this very course at Idlewild back in 2023. So
there you go.
Been a while. She did have the injury.
Yeah, she's been struggling to sort of come back from that. But great to see her back on the podium and getting that win, getting the chocolates. Very cool.
A few of the main names did not play well. So rounding out the top 5, we had Kat Mersch, Rebecca Don, who I've never heard of, and Missy Gannon.
Mm-hmm.
But mates, Paige Pierce way down there as we're getting well used to.
Yeah.
Missy Gannon only in 5th, and Holland Hanley missed the cut. Cadence Burge in 26th place. So
goodness,
I don't know, a little bit of Worlds hangover, a little bit of not sure what's happening there.
If you were feeling like a bit tired at all, it's going to be hard to perform at that event.
Yeah, if you're off your lines, it does punish you. Yeah. Now, we need to just maybe spend a little bit of time. It's been spoken to death about on Reddit, and the armchair bandits have been up and about a bit. But look, we saw a bit of a rules violation in the playoff, fair to say.
Yep.
Own hit her putt, and Valerie was parked, and Own said, Val, do you want me to pick up this disc? Just concede the putt, because she thought it was match play. Mm-hmm. She picked up the disc, and they went to walk off, and then Nate Heinold says, hang on, you need to putt that disc. You can't just pick it up and move on. You need to putt out. So she walked back over and put the disc back roughly where it was, and then hit the putt, and then they moved on. Mate, controversy.
Yeah.
Ba-ba-bow.
Wait, did that? Sorry, so that wasn't at the end of it. I didn't watch it.
It was in the playoff. It was very awkward, and they cut to.
But was that the last hole, and then that was it?
No, then they kept going. So
right, yeah, no, that's trash.
Yeah.
That's done.
So I don't know. They cut to Ian Anderson and Des Redding in the commentary booth, and it was so awkward because Ian was like, that's a rules violation. And you know the funny thing is, so Owen should have got
The 2 strokes
for picking up Val's disc.
Yeah.
But then if they actually went back and played the next hole, Val should have got strokes for playing for a misplay, for not finishing a hole.
Yeah.
So, mate, there's some convolutions here.
No,
Look,
that's too much.
I mean, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
Nate Heinhold did the perfect thing. He said, putt it out. They went back and putted out and just moved on. Didn't invoke any penalties, which is common sense prevails.
Yeah.
Reason will prevail, which it never generally does, but it certainly does.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Val got the chocolates.
I mean, there was one other rule controversy, which was Gannon Burr got 2 time violations on separate days, so he didn't get a penalty for it, but time warnings, I guess, for taking too long.
Actually,
and,
doesn't he talk about it at some point, like how to fix the 30-second rule?
Mate, like I hear
just
this.
get rid of it.
I hear this so often. Everybody's got an idea to fix the 30-second rule, which just they're all so bad. Like timeouts, move it to 45 seconds. You get certain time for these shots, certain time for those shots. Like there's no good rule that I've heard. They've all actually just brought in more subjectivity.
Yeah.
Like the rule is fine. It just needs to be enforced more.
Yeah.
So get the people out there calling it for everyone, not just Gannon Burr. And I think maybe it's on Gannon a little bit. Like he walks up to his discs quicker than everyone else. And then he wastes time umming and ahhing and switching discs and staring at the line. And like it's so obvious that he's taken too long.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to have a little bit of indecision between discs, just maybe take a few extra slow steps up to your lie before you get there.
Yeah.
There's your extra time.
Yeah. I mean, by the time I'm there, it's pretty rare that I would change this, but maybe you take 1 or 2 up to it. But fair.
I don't know. I feel like the rule's fine. People need to stop harping on about it. Gannon's getting called a lot because he's on lead card where there's marshals a lot, and he's friggin' 7 feet tall and bleedingly obvious that he's taken a long time. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
But no, it was good. It was cool to see. It's back in the US, so the timing of things was a bit better, and I could actually watch a bit of disc golf, which was nice. But yeah, what's next on the Pro Tour? And the next event is Idlewild, Tim. So that should be pretty fun, pretty solid. Who do you like? And you can't choose Gannon because it's Woody. He's gonna spit the dummy on this one.
Kind of liked watching Marweed throw, to be honest.
Yes, he was looking pretty solid. He's good in the woods.
You just need a forehand for Idlewild. I always get Idlewild and Ledgestone mixed up, but I don't know. Let's go with Marweed. He's my smoke.
There's your smoke. I'm going to say Paul.
Is Nicholas Antela playing too? Because he's just like so good.
No, he's not. He must be on finish. I don't know.
Yeah,
holiday. He's on a beach somewhere.
Fair enough.
Having Finnish Cowboys.
Let's move on, though. We'll get to the Aussie stuff. We only had the one event. We had the Disconnection presents the Logan Open 2025 in Logan, home Queensland. TD by Stephen McLeod.
Oh, yeah?
61 players. In MPO, Daniel Small got a win, which that's very good to see.
Small?
Let's just have a look to see if that's his first. That's worth having a look.
Big effort from the small man.
Definitely haven't shouted him out too often. He's had 4 wins, and this is his first MPO win. So that's huge for Daniel Smalls.
Who was he up against?
He beat Jomo and Jack Siphonius, Nick Holstead, Ryan Johnson, Hayden Fattini, and Paul Phillips. Mate, he beat a lot of players. So
good on you.
Big shout out to Daniel Small.
Nice.
MP40, Reese Kruger. He's back playing and had a 8-shot win over Bendel McDonald.
What? I didn't know Reese was 40. Gee whiz.
Yeah, check the birth certificate there.
Yeah, right.
MA1, Aldo Tame had a 1-shot win over Joe Paul. FA1, Michaela Warren had a 1-shot win over Sarah Champness. MA40, Mitch Graham, 4 shots over Dennis Ludwig. FA40, Sarah O'Shaughnessy had a win. MA50, Brendan Derlew in a playoff versus John Bauer. FA50, Tanya Behan. MA2, Jacob Harvey. 6 shots over Zach Lightbody. And MA3, Stephen McLeod, he broke the TD curse and won by 5 shots over Rod Griffiths. So shout out to Stephen McLeod there. FA3, Ash Dooley in a playoff over Amy Ogilvy Hickey. MA4, Aaron Sharp. FA4, Camille Hazem. And MJ15, Balin Rhodes.
Timmy, I think you're getting overtaken by the TB hand with...
She's getting a few wins, Tanya, isn't she?
Well, but she's playing like everything. She's at everything.
Oh, she is. Her and Nath Parrish must be up there.
I'm going to start just following her PDGA page now to know what events are coming up.
I use Nath's.
Yeah.
I type in PDGA and the first thing that pops up is PDGA Nathan Parrish.
There you go. But,
my goodness, look at all the wins that Tanya's had this year. Huge.
Mate, she's cruising towards that PDGA membership for next year.
Hey, Nate sent me a picture. I'm still leading MPO of the ADG Tour.
Oh, BS.
It's disgusting, mate. It's disgusting. And I'm not just in front by like a little bit. I'm kicking your ass right now. So it's
is Vic open on there yet?
I'm just going to frame a screenshot of that leaderboard because I won't even finish in the top 10 in the next couple of months.
All right, there was another, small little thing that happened. It wasn't a PDGA event or anything like that. It was the World Games that was held over in Chengdu in China. They had this was an amazing event, and we had a couple of Aussies go over and represent. But there were some big names representing some of the other countries, Tim. We had the USA represented by Missy Gannon and Gannon Burr.
The double G Gannons.
Yeah,
boy.
Finland was Nestori Tukkanen and Evelina Salonen is there. Estonia was the Lat couple themselves.
Kristen and Silverlat.
Yeah. What do we call them once? Pitt and or was it the Posh Spice couple or something like that? Anyway, the dream couple themselves. Some really, really big names went over to compete, including Rachel Sweeten and Hayden Houston from Australia.
Rachel Sweeten and Hayden Houston in 14th place.
Not their names. I think that is their middle names, actually.
But, okay.
Cassie
that would make sense.
And Blake went over to compete as well. I actually got to catch up with Cassie the other night, and she was telling me a bit about it. Sounded absolutely incredible. China put on an absolute show. Maybe we should try and get one of them on so we can hear it from the horse's mouth and hear it, firsthand. But some of the things that I thought I'd just quickly share around, Blake got himself a new nickname. He was called Bonsai Blake over there. Bonsai Blake. And I quite like that.
That's not going anywhere. That is a cracking name. Bonsai.
Blake.
I mean, the commentators were, Brian Earhart and that Kiwi dude. But Brian Earhart was a huge fan of Blake.
Yes. He came up to him and asked him a few questions. He sought them out personally and stuff. The weather was horrific. Like Cassie was saying, it was up to 43 degrees and horrific humidity.
Beautiful.
But the amenities were about 100 meters from the course, so they could go, change, shower between rounds and that sort of stuff. And they seemed like they got a little bit hard done by some bad luck here and there, but overall they had an incredible experience. So maybe we'll try and get them on the next pod and hear a bit more about it. But unreal experience for those guys getting over.
Very cool stuff.
Yeah, and I suppose the winner, we had gold, silver, and bronze. So the US ended up winning overall with the gold. Silver went to Finland in Evelina and Nestori, and bronze was Latvia, which is pretty solid from Latvia. I think when they were here in Australia, they didn't finish anywhere near that. So super solid from them. And I'll shout out Elizabete and Rainers. Congrats to them.
Very good stuff.
We just called to have a chin wag. We just called to have a chat with friends. We just called to talk some disco and to catch up on the latest disco trends.
All right, and on the phone we've got Andy Simpson all the way from Sydney. Andy, welcome to the pod for the first time.
Hi, fellas. Yep, I have been on before. My jam lid has been on before on Trash or Cash, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
All right.
And you're not actually from Sydney at this very moment, Andy. Whereabouts in the world are you?
I am in England, in Stratford-on-Avon, and I'm located equidistant, actually 10 minutes and 20 minutes from the top 2 courses in England. So,
wow.
pretty good.
What are the top 2 courses in England like? I imagine they're like Barwon Valley.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of North Ride.
A bit better than that. Quarry Park's pretty good. It's been custom built as a disc golf course. So the guy there has been growing trees for like 20 odd years.
Yeah, wow.
He's an ex-Ultimate player, so I went when he first opened up, but now it looks fantastic.
Cool.
So, some of the top players are based there. And then locally, there's a guy bought an old pine plantation. He's carved a pretty intense, it's flat, but intense course out of that. So shout out to Gillies in Stratford.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I wonder if Chris Ronalds has played any of it. He spent a bit of time over that way playing some disc golf. So, yeah.
Actually, there's a Swedish guy called UDisc. What's he called? UDisc fanatic or UDisc enthusiast or something. And he must be touring around England at the moment. Every course I go to, the last reviews by this guy in Swedish or Finnish, I don't know, just translate them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the Swedish Avery Jenkins collecting courses.
Yeah, but he's leaving like a harsh review of every course. They're all scored, highest score I've seen rate is like 3.5.
Yeah, right. Now, Andy has you've reached out to us on the pod. Mainly, you are in that sort of. Is it the MA50 sort of crew?
MA60's normally beating my dad's backside on the track.
Well, we know, we've got a bit of love from the MA50, MA60 crew. It's nice to know that your dad actually does listen to us, Tim.
Absolutely, mate.
Keeps us on our toes as well. Keeping me honest and accountable. But look, it's been great. You've reached out to the pod because, yes, you are overseas, but a couple of weeks ago had a pretty unique experience and got to be at PDGA Worlds. And not just a spectator. You were a part of the volunteer crew.
Hey, my dad sent me a picture. It was Andy Simpson with like Evelina Salonen right next to him, and he's wearing the PDGA officials outfit. And I'm like, what's going on here? So, Andy, please explain.
Yeah, so I went over last year with Jeff Walls, and we watched European Open, and then this year I had a wedding to come to over here, and I thought, I'll try and slot in going over there, and then thought about volunteering. Mm-hmm. And I talked to Mick Canchi, famous Perth disc golf identity, a former world distance record holder.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
And he said he was volunteering, so I thought, he's volunteering for 5 or 6 days. I thought, I'll put my hand up for that. So you kind of fill in the form, say what your experience is, and then they say, yep, you're in, and then you wait to find out what your role is. And, I've been here I've been in Finland a couple of days before. They said what my role was, and it just said scorecard. I didn't know whether that was the big screen at the end or walking around scoring or whatever.
I bet you hoped it was you bet you hoped it was the person that walked around Gannon Burr timing all of his shots, right?
Oh, I was going to say, like, the PDGA rules, and Nico, like, come on.
Yeah. I can tell you more. Ask me again about Gannon Burr and timing stuff in a minute, but I'll get to the first point first. So it turns out it's the little lollipop that goes around with the scores on it.
Yep.
So we have a team of 2, one person holding it and the other person prepping the numbers and shoving the numbers in as fast as possible as you go around. Yeah, right. So I was on that team and kind of drew feature card on day one, and it went on from there. I got a couple of cards the first 2 days, and ended up by the last day we did. The guy I was working with kind of switched partners a few times, but did FPO and MPO league cards. So,
wow,
that's cool. Amazing.
So Andy, I'm not sure what you do like professionally, but I'm thinking like maybe a mathematician, maybe like did you ever volunteer for the Lollipop sort of jobs at the schools to get this gig? What what do you do in your professional to qualify for this role?
I'm a former computer type guy, but I'm retired now, so the Lollipop position does appeal.
There you go.
That sounds good. I reckon I could do it. I was the doorman at Target, and one day someone told me that my job could be done by a sign, so I'm pretty much almost doing it.
Oh, well, how cool is that though? You sign up to volunteer and you get the gig on being on the lead card at Worlds, and going into it as well, we knew that it was going to be historic, and it turned out it was anyway. So unreal job, to be honest. Be right there.
Yeah, it was unreal. And Mick Canchi and Donna, they got crowd control, so that meant they're effectively on one of the big cards every day as well.
Holding up the quiet signs.
We got pretty good views. Holding up the quiet signs, and
I think you mentioned Mick Canci. He popped up in one of Simon's vlogs too.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's right.
I saw someone posted a screenshot of that on Shenanigans.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now,
I tell you what, just quickly, I would love the job of that, holding up the quiet sign. I would abuse the shit out of that power. I'd be putting that right in people's faces.
Need one for my kids.
Yeah.
Now, Andy, you've got front row seats, so you got to give us the inside scoop. Who are your favourite players to watch? Who are the most obnoxious players?
Yeah,
give us the lowdown.
Give us the real deal.
I'd say none of them were obnoxious, but say... I feel bad calling him out. Adam Hammes probably has less temperature control than other players, I'd say.
Yeah,
so
right.
I've done this card a couple of times.
It's funny, the Hart Boys had a really good experience with Hammes at Preserve.
Yeah.
Seemed like one of their...
I mean, it is Worlds. It's, it's the top of the top. I'm sure
strong.
there's a bit of pressure.
He wasn't bad. I'd say, all the players were pretty good, really.
Yeah.
There's some horrible things like hole 16 on the Beast.
Yeah.
If you're on the first day, I was on that with MPO. Greg Busby and Thomas had nightmares. I think they threw like 1911 or something like that. And
Thomas Gilbert.
You got three. Yeah. And he's a nice guy in chat to him, but he was. And after that, he was effectively out of the competition. He'd been playing pretty well till then.
Yeah.
But that just kills
first day of Worlds.
Kills the atmosphere on the card as well.
I can imagine. So, what about Evelina and Henna? Is their putting up close as bad to watch as it is on the TV?
I knew this question was coming.
Mate, honestly. Like, how tempted are you just to bat them with your lollipop sign? Say, Evelina, for God's sakes, get it in.
Yeah, in the role I had, what you want is everyone to get par on each hole, because then there's nothing for me to do.
Of course.
Yeah. But when they're putting... there's a whole range of numbers could be. So I'm there getting my little plastic numbers out and shuffling around, trying to guess what the score is going to be and what they're going to move to.
Got the calculator open on the phone.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, and who were like your favourites? Who really stood out to, yes, enjoy their disc golf, but I mean, it's one of the most unique experiences from what we see with the European crowds and the size of the crowds and just the love that they have for these players. Yeah, who sort of really just rode that momentum and enjoyed their time?
I think a lot of the players are all enjoying their time. I think even Christine, I think the day or the day, 2 days before she retired, she was on a third card, not playing that well, but she was still pretty chipper on the way around.
Mm-hmm. She didn't look it on coverage, mate. She did not look that on coverage at all.
Yeah, towards the end of that, maybe. So I'll shout out one because she made me laugh a fair bit. Anelli, and I've heard Tim pronounce the name correctly before.
Oh, really?
Anelli Tugas. Yeah,
I just make it up, mate.
With the pink. Well, it sounded good to me. With the pink hair.
Yeah.
Yep.
So she's pretty funny, and when she's on the card, if someone does make a good shot, she's the first person to say, "Yeah, great shot, cracking shot, whatever."
Yeah, awesome.
Then we were watching a play. I think almost one of the rounds at the Monster, so you're out for quite a long time. And every time I look up, she's eating a banana. I mean, towards the end of the course, I said to the guy with me, "Tim, how many bananas do you reckon she's had?" And he goes, I think she's had 3. I think she's had 5. Anyway, we get to the end of the course and she's walking. It was a bit later, actually. I think I was getting lunch and she walked past. I said, excuse me. She kind of turns around expecting me to ask for an autograph. I said, how many bananas did you have today? She grins at me and she goes, 5. But I had 2 before that, so that's 7 already.
7 bananas. Holy moly.
Lord.
7 bananas before lunchtime.
It's crazy.
Yeah. That's one way to get a
small bowel obstruction, to be honest.
No cramps though.
Far out.
It's good for cramps, right?
Yeah.
That's why. That's why I eat
Good
'em.
source of potassium.
There you go.
Tim.
I don't know what potassium does, but I know that.
No cramps. Seven bananas in a day. That's how many Weet-Bix do you do? How many bananas do you do? Far out.
Yeah. So she was pretty funny. And then the ones that look funny on coverage and that are pretty. Owen's pretty funny, pretty chipper.
Yeah. So after on the last day, were you doing lead card at all, or were you able to finish and watch the finale?
No, I did both lead cards on the last day.
Oh, that's
wow.
amazing.
And that was,
So what was it like watching the Ida versus Owen battle?
yeah, it was. I mean, it was good. The last hole was nobody has a clue what was going on.
Okay, so it was that weird and awkward there live than it looked as it looked on TV, because we were all like, straight away we were like, did they miscount or did she just concede? So what did you see right there?
Don't tell me it came down to your scorecard, Andy. That's the last thing I want to hear.
I was having a few messages about that. So the scoring's pretty interesting. So you got we had a score on every card in the top pools. So that was like 50 people employed doing that. And then on the lead cards on the last day, lead two cards probably, we had two scorers. So one's going with the catch cam and the other one's behind. So we're keeping the live scores up to date.
Mm.
But the players are playing from distant sides of the fairway and stuff like that. It's pretty easy to miss a shot. So the players should not be depending on live scores, even whether they are or not.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Scoring comes down to you and you alone. Cassie will tell you that.
Yeah, I saw a discussion going on between Ida and her dad. If I was her dad, I'd have said, look, if you're not feeling confident putt, lay up. If she misses, you win the world champs, but you're going to get other chances. Whereas if she puts it in, and I think they've become pretty good friends like that by then, Owen and Ida. If she puts it in, That's great for Owen. From a dad's point of view, it's probably better for Ida.
Yeah.
She's not world champion at 15. So I don't know whether that went on or not. They seemed like a pretty close family. A sister and a dog were there watching. They seemed pretty solid. But I don't know. I mean, maybe that's completely wrong, and he's got it that he counted wrong, but I don't think so.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They did ask, like, Ida, after she had a bit of a mare on 16, what did her and her dad talk about? And she said nothing. Like, we didn't even mention it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe there's a communication breakdown. It might just be the European way.
I mean, either way, it's funny. Like I've thought about it, and I've had those moments where I'm like, yeah, give this a run, and my run would have looked exactly what she did. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that was a run. That was a layup.
Yeah.
Now, Andy, we won't keep you for too much longer, mate. But last question, did you get a chance to play any of the courses over there, or did you play any tournaments while you're overseas?
I haven't done this time. I did last time, and I played those courses last year, but this time I was just flat out. So the day with the rain delay, I think it started at 10 to 8 and finished at 10:30 at night. So not much chance.
That's a fair day.
That's a crack. Yeah.
I do have something I want to say. So the last day we're packing up, and someone's going out to collect all the flags off the flagpoles, and they've got the crate there, and there's one flag lying in the bottom of the crate already because it hasn't been used.
Okay.
The Australian flag, mate.
Oh, we didn't have an Aussie, did we?
Yeah. Didn't have an Aussie there. Yeah.
What a shame.
So that was a bit of a shame.
There were a couple of late offers going around, actually. And myself, Bainey got asked as well. But yeah, it was a bit of a shame not to have an Aussie there, that's for sure. Yeah. Well, an Aussie playing. Like, we had Aussies there. I've got a question as well. As a volunteer, I know sometimes they do like a little commemorative, like a disc or a little gift to say thank you. Did you get anything like that, or was it just more for the experience?
No, they looked after us pretty well. You did have an opportunity to play rounds, but also got, because I was there for quite a long time, I got 5 discs and a hat and 2 shirts, and
Yeah, cool.
Awesome stuff, mate.
A patch. I've got a thing from a bag, so I've got the world's patch, the same as the player's hat.
That's awesome.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we were just raving about patches on the last pod.
Yeah.
But that sounds awesome, Andy.
Yeah.
Really,
Oh, hang on.
it was.
One last one. You did mention before you wanted us to bring something up with Gannon and the
Gannon.
timing. So please.
Oh, yeah. So so we have various group chats going. There's one for all the volunteers and one for the score team or whatever. And then for all the groups that were involved actually on the course, the marshals team set up a group so you can dob in a late player or whatever. You dob in someone who's playing slowly or kicking their bags or whatever.
really.
Yeah, right.
And you can imagine, 10% of the volunteers just went off saying, so-and-so just hit a tree and so-and-so. I timed him and he took 34 seconds or whatever. So, Gannon wasn't that bad. Actually, back to Gannon. He was pretty chatty. He's a nice guy. And he came in to borrow our toilet or something. And he's standing there, and, waiting. And there's an old guy in there taking his time, like this old guys do. We're all going, 30-second rule, Gannon. Call him 30-second rule, mate. And he was fine with that. He was laughing. He's a nice guy. Yeah. And I talked to his caddy too. He kind of grunted at me, but he seems all right.
Big Mo.
Yeah.
He's always staring at the camera, that guy. It's awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
He does it on
it's
purpose.
tricky. Can't do that.
I know people liken him
But
to
when
the Spider-Man sidekick. I've seen that a few times and I think that's funny. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
But I think he's a good guy. One more thing.
Yep.
Because you guys bagger out a little bit for not showing any emotion. Silver.
Yes.
I did a few rounds with female Finnish volunteers as the flag bearer or whatever, and then she's, people will chat to her in the crowd and people make smart comments and she smiles at them or whatever, and her sister's caddying for us, so they're like sharing memes on their phone the whole time. So she's pretty. I think it's just a nervousness thing to English people, maybe.
I've started following her on Instagram now, and she actually puts out some good stuff. So I think there is a light-hearted side to Silver. And actually, there's one thing I want to chat to that she put out that I want to bring up in this episode, Paddy. So put that on the docket.
All right, no worries. It's the quiet ones you got to look out for too. I reckon.
That's it.
Yeah, she'd get a few beers in her and she'd open up. Anyway, Andy, thank you for coming on and sharing some of those on the ground insights onto Worlds. And even though we didn't have an Aussie playing, it's pretty cool that there's some Aussies there and popping up and getting to be a part of the action, which is pretty damn cool. So enjoy the rest of your travels as well. It sounds like good fun. And don't come back to Australia yet. It's crap.
Until Eruption. We'll see you at Eruption, mate.
Yeah.
I'll see you there.
Right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, mate. Have a good one.
Bye.
Not too much other news though, mate. So I've just brought one little thing to the table I want to bring up. So we did have a question sent in from, maybe we'll call this one anonymous just in case you don't want to attach a name to it.
Yep. No worries.
But we're talking about the topic of the entry fees for champs.
Oh, yeah?
So we're over at
What's
WA.
What's the entry fee?
The entry fee for MPO is $260. And in MA1, sort of amateur ones, is $220.
Yeah.
Which, just for reference, 2022 was $150. 2023, 2024, $180. And 2025 will have an extra round, so extra fees, of course.
Yeah.
But in comparison, we're paying $220 for MA1, Eruption MA1, $135.
Yeah, right. That's a big diff.
So, look, expensive, but champs is champs, yeah?
Yeah, I don't think that's that outrageous, to be honest.
Yeah.
Is that what, was that around it? Or they just want us to have a discussion about it?
Just a discussion. Yep, no comments. Just wanted to bring it up as a topic. And look, it's worth discussing.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So my thoughts on this is if you're paying, what was Eruption?
Eruption was, I think, 160.
160?
Maybe 100.
All right. And Eruption this year is 4 days.
Eruption MA1 was 135. Let me have a look at what I paid for, because I have paid. You paid? You're on the list?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man. I put it in the diary and everything.
Let's have a look. What did I pay for Eruption?
So you're either playing for 3 to 4 days. Let's say it's around that. Go on.
Eruption 185.
185.
Yeah.
Okay, so 185 before it's roughly about that $40-45 a day.
Mm-hmm.
What other sporting event can you go and compete at for a daily fee? You're there for a solid amount of
Nationals.
In the Nationals.
Yeah.
And you think to everything that goes into it, like course fees. Hopefully you don't have to do that if you're smart or you can get around that. But
got to pay it at Mundaring though, like they're hiring at the golf course. So,
yeah. So there's there could be course hire. You got to pay the ADG fees, your insurance fees, and then everything else that goes into it. Like, and let's say it's like basic stuff. Like, so maybe there's some amenities that you need to provide. There's like water and all that sort of stuff. Like, that's pretty cheap. Like,
it is pretty cheap. I think it's a lot compared to other tournaments though.
Yeah.
So 260, 220, you got to factor in, you got to get to WA, accommodation, transport. Like it's a big whack for champs.
Yeah.
I hope they get the numbers still.
Yeah.
But I can see why it's been sent into the tee-off as a topic because it's a big fee.
I mean, I would expect for a really high quality 3 to 4 day tournament. Like when I played USDGC, that was like $300 US.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
this is not an outrageous fee.
Yeah,
it's just big compared to
$300 US, like $500,
$450. Yeah.
To play, like that's just to play. Like, hey, you get invited and stuff, but
you usually got to pay.
Yeah. Yep. So. I mean, like I've seen that higher fee, but like the experience in the tournament was incredible. So what I think would be more the issue if I paid, nearly $300 to go and play Perth, and after I didn't sort of see or feel that value, then I'd be worried about it, and would have some feedback. But at the moment, like if that's what they're talking and they're really gonna I'm hoping that meant to me they've got some things in plan, and this is going to be pretty big, pretty special. I did get to see firsthand what they did at World Team Champs at Mundaring, so I know that they've got some good stuff in the works there, and they're putting on a pretty clean event for that. So I mean, Champs is not going to probably host as many people as what that event did, but yeah, it's all there. So for me, it doesn't really worry me at this point, but afterwards, if I didn't feel like I had the value, I might be a bit annoyed. But yeah, at the moment, I'm feeling excited about it.
Yep. Cool.
What about you, Timmy?
Look, I'm kind of not really loving me disc golf as much to spend time away from the family and spend a lot of money to get up to WA at this stage. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But at this stage, I'm just enjoying having a bit of...
Has registrations come out?
Maybe. Potentially. I'm not too sure.
I'm probably going to say no. I don't think it has come out yet, but it can't be far off. I mean, I was pretty hyper-focused on
I think
Eruption.
it might have, actually.
Yeah?
I think you can register. I think so.
There you go.
Well, anyway, moving on. Next thing that was sent through was Connor Donnelly sent through a little bit of a snippet, potentially for Trash or Cash, potentially for Gordo Ramsey Review, this one. It's from Goz Golf, and it's the first disc golf bag designed in Australia for traditional golf buggies. And what I'm seeing here, Paddy, is...
It's designed in Australia.
What I'm seeing, mate...
Who's designed it?
I'm not sure. But it does look like a golf bag, but... the middle part's been chopped out, so there's no slots to put in the clubs. There's little sleeves to slot in discs like a CD rack. It does look like I'm wheeling around a CD rack, if I'm being honest.
That's garbage.
I like it, mate. I kind of like it. But yeah.
That looks like, I mean, how many discs are in that? There looks like there's at least 40 in that.
Yep, and... not 40, no, maybe like your standard 25-ish. I mean, Ryan Michelle might be putting a few discs into the pockets if he's got anyone to put his whole 50 in there, but I don't mind it, mate. It's an interesting one.
What's the price tag?
No idea.
No idea?
I haven't dived head first yet, but...
I think the market is for like a cart that you can just put your bag on because, I'm not going to buy a whole thing like that. It's a no for me.
It's a no for me, silly. Dog. I mean, I need to see it in person. I'm kind of enamored with it from Goz Golf. So
but the thing that I don't. The more we're away from actual golf, that looks too golf to me.
It does. It does.
I like the uniqueness of a disc golf bag. I think the pound bag they're incredible. Like they look sick. No, that doesn't do it for me.
I think we need to bring back Gordo Ramsay review, by the way. I miss it.
Yeah.
I miss tearing strips off people's creations.
Yeah, all right. Full on. Like, you've heard it here. We're bringing it back next episode. Send in your Gordo Ramsay review and let us go to town. Well, I'll let Tim go to town on it, and I'll just sit back and enjoy it.
Now, just one last thing to sort of wrap up the episodes. One I brought in, and it's on the topic of bags as well. So the title is Messy Desk is the Sign of a Genius, which is a saying, apparently. And it's from Silver Saren, and someone asked her, what's your system? How do you keep all your discs in your bag? Mm-hmm. And she says, there is no system. All the discs go into the middle. So they just all end up random. That's the system. Like, that feels trash to me.
Oh, mate.
Like, I've got too much OCD to even think about how bad that is in my mind.
I haven't done much mental health nursing, but I'm pretty confident that is on a psychiatrist's, list of questions that they ask the psychopath. Where do you put your disc golf disc in straight in the middle? That's red flags.
It doesn't make any sense too. She's so there's not one hair out of place on her head, but her disc golf bag is a complete fruit salad. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Flags.
But what's the system for your bag, Paddy?
I'm happy to have a little bit of I do like to do a bit of overstable.
What's a bit
through.
of left to right? So
overstables on the left, and then sort of filter down.
Mm-hmm.
I am happy to sort of mix up the drivers a bit, but the drivers are in their own spot. Then you got your mids, and then you got your putters at the end. That order doesn't really differ.
Say it again. It's drivers.
Yeah, all the drivers sort of left,
yep.
And then you go down, you filter into your mids,
mm-hmm.
and then I might maybe have some approach sort of stuff at the very far right.
Yeah.
Mine,
I've got drivers on the very left from flippy to stable.
Yeah.
Then I've got fairway drivers from stable to overstable. Yeah, same order. Then I've got my wild cards. Yeah. So basically anything with turn that's going to be rolling or getting me out of jail. Then I've got the one mid in my bag. And I've got my approach discs in the side pocket because they need easy access because, actually they're used a lot.
I saw this, I watched Caddyshack recently.
Yeah.
And there's a scene where the antagonist guy takes out, he's like, I think this putt deserves the old Billy Barol. And he pulls out this putter that's hidden in the back. It's got this special sort of golden sleeve over it, and he pulls it out just for that putt. I'm like, I could kind of get behind that. A special disc that's in its own little bag hiding away. Like Blake's roller, he's got a special pocket that's in the back of his bag, behind it. And if he needs it, he unzips it and pulls out. He's got the Billy Barol roller.
That's kind of cool.
I could get behind that.
Break glass in case of emergency type disc. That's kind of cool.
But that's...
I wonder what other people's systems are for disc storage. Because a lot of people just go colours.
Yeah, I know Cassie used to do big on colours.
Yeah.
You got Brady over in New Zealand who just goes all one colour.
He must have a system for it.
That's crazy to me. But he's got his
Last
system.
thing you want to be doing is rifling through trying to find the one that you want.
Yeah. I mean, I've got two discs that are similar colour, and if I pick one over that's not the one that I want,
mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about it for a while. I hate that. It irks me, Tim.
I agree. For the first allotment I got from Prodigy was 75% blue,
mm-hmm.
and I just couldn't deal. I was picking up the wrong disc every second time, slowly introducing more colours of the rainbow. But my old bag, everything was kind of unique. So just go for the orange one, mate. Yeah. Taipan.
Unreal. All right. Well, I think that brings us to the end of another episode. What do you reckon, Timmy?
Yeah, good stuff, Paddy.
All right. Thanks for being here. Big shout out to Andy Simpson for coming on, reaching out and sharing some of his insights into Worlds firsthand, which was pretty damn cool. If you're following us on Facebook and Instagram, please send in any questions or topics you would like us to discuss. Until next time, we hope you get out and play some disc golf with your mates.
So that's the end of the episode. Thanks for listening. I don't know why you're still here. We have to go see our families. Seriously, just go play disc golf.